Ooh, looks like we've got ourselves some noodles. Stick around to see just how I make them. Good morning, happy Monday morning. I apologize for the lighting. I'm here in my office. Today started off really well. The sun is actually coming through a little bit, but it is freezing here in Seattle. So I made a decision to not do a weekend cooking video because recently I've been doing a lot of cooking during the week. And today I'm feeling a little adventurous to get in the kitchen. So we'll see what happens today. But for now, I think I'm going to put the Saturday cooking videos on hold and just see what happens. I do have my first meal. I've been working already, so let me show you what the first meal is. So this is just Costco chicken with some cauliflower rice and broccoli and different spices, and that's what I'm calling good for meal number one. I need to get back to work. I do have a meeting, but like I said, I've been watching some videos and I'm getting a little inspired to, become adventurous. So we'll see what happens the rest of the day. I'll check in a little bit later. All right, guys, I did not show all of this, but I'm trying my hand at making some of those noodles I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers doing. And so far, so good, I guess. I did not follow the exact recipe, but it seems like it's forming. They're forming in the water here. So I'm going to keep on dumping them in. And I'll be back to show you what we have. All right, here are the noodles. I got finished stirring them. So this is what they're looking like. You can see I'm pulling them. They pull apart, they need to set. So I'm gonna let them set and come back and we're gonna play with them. And I will go over the original recipe. I'll go over how I made them and talk about some little bit of lessons learned. So yay, I'll be back in about an hour after they have set. All right, guys, let's go into our last meal of the day. So what I have is some of my broccoli soup, and on top of that, I put some of the taco meat and a little bit of the Taco Bell taco sauce, and that's what I'm calling my last meal. I'm going to eat this, and maybe by then our noodles will be set in its water bath, and we'll come back and check it. So I'll be back in a little while. Okay, it's been an hour. Well, okay, 59 minutes and some odd seconds, close enough. So we're going to, here are our noodles. Now that's kind of what they look like. Whoa. Okay. So yeah, they've definitely gotten stronger. I have to really pull to pull it apart. So yeah, it's kind of rubbery like. Okay. Let me dry my hands. Alrighty. We are going to discuss how I made these noodles. Alrighty, so the original recipe, let me look down at my notes, came from Healthy Ambition. Her original recipe was you're going to use 3.1 ounces of chicken, and she used canned chicken. Xanthan gum, you need water. Let's see, what else do you need? Let me look at my notes. You're going to need some, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, sodium alginate and calcium lactate. So what she did was you need a really good blender. So she mixed the chicken, 3.1 ounces of chicken with some water, blended that together. Then slowly added in a half a teaspoon of xanthan gum. Let that go for about 30 seconds or more. And then added in 1 tablespoon of sodium alginate and let that go for about 30 seconds or more. And then what you do is you pour it into a bowl, the whole mixture into a large bowl, and let it sit and let the bubbles kind of come to the top and scrape the bubbles off. And then you pour it into a container that you can squirt into a large thing of water. So I had this, just this size. And you saw me squirting it into the water. So where I made changes is I didn't use the chicken for some reason. To me, the chicken sounded weird. It probably tasted just fine because I've used chicken in place like, you have a pizza crust. So, but I don't know, for whatever reason, noodles, it just sounded weird. I'm probably going to try it that way too. But it just sounded really weird. What I did use, I used some cauliflower powder and 1 hard-boiled egg. So the way I kind of just did the measurements, because of course I changed it up, she said 3.1 ounces. So I made sure that between the egg and the cauliflower powder, it measured up to 3.1 ounces. And looking back at that, I could have used less of that flour, I think. But it was fine. And that was the only deviation I made. Everything else, I went by what she did. So, and they turned out really well. There's a lot of elasticity to them. You have to really pull them apart. I haven't taste tested them because I've already had our dinner. I already had my meal plan together. So probably tomorrow we'll do a taste test of it. What else? Okay, so let me go into some lessons learned. For me, the biggest issue I had was this container. So I ended up having to fill it up. And because of when you're squirting it in, you have to keep rotating the water. It got harder because it was so thick. So had there been an extra person to help me, it wouldn't have been so bad. And if I had a larger container like this, it would have been much better, where I could have put almost all of it. Because I did get some funky looking ones because the top fell off and some of it kind of plopped into the water. So I got some weird shaped little noodly things, but that's fine. So I would just say, if you're going to do the recipe, you go to her channel, you're going to do it the way she did it, have a bigger one of these. It will make things so much easier. So the sodium alginate and calcium lactate, they look like this. They're about, I'm going to say, $9 a piece, which, I mean, it's not bad because you only need 1 tablespoon of each one. So, but if you're going to go noodle crazy, like I've seen some people go crazy with the egg white bread and start making all kinds of little things, you might want to invest in a much larger bag of these. And I'm not sure what it would cost. I just happened to saw these and I'm like, oh, that's more than enough what I need to do a trial run with. So let me see, any other lessons learned? Yes. It's a recipe you can do by yourself, but I guess for me, because I'm not really coordinated, again, that stirring while squeezing out the liquid because it was so thick was not that easy, but everything still turned out very well. Let's see, anything else? Not really. So yeah, I'm actually impressed. I'm really impressed. And tomorrow we will be trying out the noodles. So, with that being said, I am actually going to close out this video for today. It was somewhat of a busy day. Work was pretty busy. I was more or less busy on the phone talking with people. Not so many meetings today. And I was assigned to a little bit of a project. So yeah, that took up a lot of time. It was chilly, but at least the sun was out a good part of the day. We are getting into our very, very cold weather, and I am actually monitoring my well-being. If you've been with me long enough, you know that come winter time is kind of like the worst time for me. Because of my seasonal depression, I go into a really bad depression. Really bad. It's bad. Now that I've been going to the gym on a regular basis, and I'm still going to the gym. I mean, we're still early in the game, but I haven't had that wave yet. You know, I've had days where it's like, but I haven't had that wave hit me. So, yay for that. I'll keep checking on it and seeing if possibly going to the gym and exercising is actually helping this. So stay tuned for that also. I don't think I have any more updates, so I'm going to sign off. You guys have a wonderful night. I do want to thank you so much for all of your support. It really means a lot to me. Some of you guys have just joined. Some of you have been with me for years. And I want to thank you for that, because the road to health is a journey. It's not this race and you're done. It's not. You have to keep working on it all the time. And all the time is not smooth, and some days it is smooth, and that's just the way it is on the journey. There's ups and downs. So I do want to thank you for being with me on my ups and downs. I really, really appreciate it. So I will be seeing you guys again soon.